Somebody tell me what's wrong with Fear Holiday for subscribing for 13 months? What the hell's happened there? Does anybody know? Does anybody truly know? Why the hell someone subscribed for 13 months? What's going on? Jesus Christ. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gents, to The Long Dark. Yes, it's been a while since I've streamed something that wasn't Divinity, to be honest. I think it's been well over a week. Sorry about that. I was a little bit ill. Right. Okay. I don't even have a drink set up or anything like that. In fact, I am going to leave you for a moment while I go and get a drink, and then we'll settle in for some games. Yes. Just be a second. Hello, hello. So, welcome. Clicked the wrong button 13 months in a row, he certainly did. Hello, Duckslayer. I know that name. It was responsible for many deaths on Rising Storm 2, if I remember. Yes, hello to everybody in chat there. We've got the familiars, we've got the army pilot, the Fear Holiday, someone called Saru, dunno. J-Bar, thank you very much, and obviously all the rest, and plenty of regulars here. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. 100 people at the click of a button, that's rather balmy. Okay, so sorry, there's going to be a lot of that this stream. I've got it all today. I've got a cricked neck. I've got everything. So we're gonna play The Long Dark, and we're gonna try not to roll our ankle while playing. Although it's definitely going to happen if given the choice here. Do I have this added to my no? Let's add it to my favourites. No, it is already in my favourites. Fantastic. Now again, all hypothetical here. But if I click this button and then click that button, and then we sit here and wait for a moment while we wait for the game capture window to tick over, and I just close the fucking backing track because otherwise I'll forget to and we'll think it's constantly blizzardy, if that is indeed a word. Okay, so Hinton Studios does not condone the wanton destruction of wildlife. Well, there you go. Why does Australia time suck? It's one for the philosophers, Game Menace, or Game Mance even. Right. Canada Media Fund. Let us get back into our survival mode world. Doesn't moan as much. Is this right? Resume. I think it's that one. Doesn't moan as much, apparently. Okay. So, here we are, back in the homestead. We got through a few supplies last time. I seem to remember us getting sort of a little bit worse for wear as a result of being attacked. Yes, you can see a few drops of blood here and there. We went out and harvested a load of supplies, and I seem to remember me losing a load of arrowheads. I've got arrow shafts. How are we doing for the actual arrows? We've got 3 arrows, 7 bullets. We've got a flare gun. We've got our heavy hammer. Our heavy hammer, did that mean we were planning an expedition? Potentially. I think we were planning an expedition out to get more arrowheads, weren't we? Which means taking a shitload of coal down to Forlorn Muskeg, which is a dangerous proposition, but one that's going to happen. How much coal do I have? 11 rocks of coal, equating to 3 kilograms. I've also got a spare sewing kit, which I don't believe I can break up, so it's going to end up on the shelf of purgatory. Just going to make sure I'm over here. Lovely stuff. I'll try and keep one eye on chat as well. So I'll put the sewing kit on the shelf of purgatory there. Right, so I need to go to Forlorn Muskeg. Fun again. Okay, just arrow shafts. I'm going to need to take the coal with me. Overall carrying capacity is currently at 30 kilograms, which means even with our bedroll here, we're well suited for the journey. Also got this fire striker that needs to go on the shelf, or as close to the shelf as I can. On the shelf will do. Okay, so we've got some spare firewood. I think that's what we were doing. We were collecting firewood at the time. But yes, the time has come to acquire some more arrowheads. for the sake of making arrows, believe it or not. So let us make sure that we've got everything that we need. So the heavy hammer we don't necessarily need to take with us down there. We need to keep that here for the sake of actually building the thing. So if we leave the heavy hammer behind and just put it back on the table, because we won't need the heavy hammer to forge them, I don't believe. Or do we need the heavy hammer for forging them? How's your room renovation going? It's going very well. We are, I think, well, our dad's just done some glossing on the scouting board to try and strip some of the old paint off. And I believe we're doing a second layer of paint tonight on 2 of the walls, so should be good. You love Quebec? Me too. Polaroids, yes, you got it. It's a good joke. What is this build of the game like? Fine, I think. You can check the crafting tab. I don't know whether I need to... Oh, you're right. Do I need scrap metal? Yes, so it does need the heavy hammer, so I will take that with me. So in order to forge them, I will... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I will in fact need the heavy hammer. Okay, we've got 2 litres of that. We are currently, as I say, reasonably well rested. I think we've got nothing for it. We're going to have to sleep for just an hour or 2. And then make our way over to Forlorn Muskeg. Okay, I do need it. So, let's make sure we've got all the materials that we need. We need... let's have a look how many scrap metal, or how much it takes. 1 piece of scrap metal for 2 arrowheads. Let's just take, like, all of it. Like, how much is this going to weigh? Like a shit ton? Let's take 32. Let's take 32, because that will make 16 arrowheads, I believe. Or no, that will make 32 arrowheads. And then we'll leave 6 for repairing other bits of equipment. And then we'll take the coal, all of it.
I might have to drop some gear.
We're at 37 kg, but that is certainly not bad. We've got our bow with us. We've got our sleeping satchel. Let's go and start ourselves a fire. I'm just going to need to bring some food with me as well. Looks like it's just sort of sun up at the moment. Let's see, we got any mouldy stuff? Let's just have a quick eat before we go. Take some with us. I do have some water. We can make some stuff on the fly. Take a piece of mouldy bear steak. We have a scent, but again, not the end of the world. So we've got to get over to the railway tunnel, which means going north. Mr. Longleaf Quebec, how goes thine day? Goes very well at the moment. Hopefully we're all having good days in chat as well, fingers crossed. Did you grab the coal? Or just look at it. I grabbed the coal. I've got ourselves 32 pieces of scrap metal, which should... Oh, sorry, was that 32? 32 pieces... Sorry, words. 32, which should make us 64 arrowheads, potentially, if I can get it all crafted in that period of time. To be honest, I should probably take some firewood with me, just to prolong the fire, because the coal might not last long enough. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take the fir wood with us, the hardwood. Sorry. Do you know the one? The one that's that gives you like an hour and a half's burn time instead of just like an hour. If we take some fir wood with us, I know it's going to mean we're going to be very heavy, but the load will be a lot lighter on the way back, all things considered. Brilliant. Let's do this. So, let's grab just a couple of... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That does mean we're quite slow, but again, the walk back will be a little bit quicker. Still haven't fixed the thing with the door. Let's just knock an arrow. There we go. Right. We're going to be very slow, actually, for this. Again, it's all good. Just in time for a blizzard as well, my favourite. Well, it's got to be done, so we might as well press on. Let's get going. It's going to take us a while to get to where we're going. Hopefully we don't run into any wolves. That is a big hopefully. Excellent. Wonderful. Let's have a look. So, with our base at the moment, one thing that we need to obviously consider is when's a good time to move out. There's not necessarily a bad time to move away from our base, but my only sort of cause for concern is that as the game goes on, we're running out of what I like to call non-perishable equipment. Things like fire, I was going to call them fire sticks then, otherwise known as matches. Yeah, so we're running out of fire sticks. I've got the flint and steel, or the fire striker, which isn't bad, but it's precious, and while it's very good at lighting fires, I'd rather keep it for blizzards rather than lighting stuff indoors. I should probably find my fucking glasses as well, just so I can see something. Hang on. I'm pretty sure they're up on top of the wardrobe here. Hello? Anybody for glasses? Anyone at all? Hello? Anyone in there? No? No? Where are... Let's see, the worst thing about losing glasses is that you need glasses to find them. Actually, I have no idea where my glasses are. Did I take them into the lounge? I think I took them off in the bathroom, because I nearly got in the shower with them on. Let me just go and have a look. Perfect stream, as always, right? Were in fact in the bathroom. Lovely. Make a smaller. The nice thing about obviously working at the opticians is that I'm just really confident in just making small adjustments to my own glasses. Much better. Much better. Professional streamer indeed. Okay, let's have a drink. Have we got Jane in? She hiding somewhere? No, she'll be at uni, won't she? Never mind. Sure she'll watch the VOD. We can tell her she all smells funny. Where was I? Opposite way to the footprints, this way. Right, let's put my water bottle up there. Sort of in arm's reach. It's really weird being on this table. The table's like one of those, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a round table, but there's no knights. And it's like a hinge table, which means the sides fold out, which means I'm terrified to put any weight on the side that folds out. I don't want my entire PC to come crashing down to the floor, so it could potentially be a bad idea or a bad call, so I'm trying to avoid it if I can. Temperature we're losing, or so yeah, we're getting quite cold. There's really no wind protection on Forlorn Muskeg either, it's pretty much out in the sticks. Hello, Tawny. Welcome. Okay, so, yeah, we've got a ways to go. I think I hear a wolf somewhere around. It's alright, we'll just press on. There's a deer over here, which can only mean that there's no wolves over this part, at least. Got obviously this dead fella here. To be honest, I really think the limiting factor isn't going to be arrowheads. Once you've got 64 arrowheads, who gives a shit, right? But I think it's going to be... like feathers, and feathers are reasonably renewable. When you kill animals and stuff, you get 2 or 3 as a result of crows circling over a fresh kill. It's getting slower and slower. It's all good, we'll make it up there in good time. It's going to take a while though to get over there. Does Q not have gloves? I do have gloves, it's just they're not on the player model. In fact, that is something I'd really like to see from the Hinterland game. Obviously, they're not a massive studio, and it would be quite a lot of work for them, is to have the 3D model of your character, or your 2D overlay of your character's model, change based on what you were wearing. So if I was wearing a different jacket, then my hands and gloves would look different, or if I was wearing gloves, it would show me with gloves on. So I do in fact have a pair of rabbit skin mittens on. I think it would just be really cool. Sort of add to the immersion. Limiting factor for arrows is the saplings. You're going to have to look for them in other regions. I think so. To be honest, I'll have to just see what the best course of action is for something like that. Would it be worth going to a different region, or would it just be worth staying where I am? Because as soon as something major like that, and I would consider saplings to be a major resource, I mean, saplings are arrows, and arrows are food. Not that we're running out of food. Check Breath Edge. It's in space with really good comedy. Okay. Also, how am I doing? I'm doing alright, mate. We were talking about what we'd like to see in the Long Dark eventually. I don't know, to be fair. Like, I don't feel like they need to add any more regions. I think they've got the region front reasonably well covered. I don't think they need to add any more explorable zones or anything like that. I think they've covered those bases. I would like to see sort of, yeah, so some, just, I don't know, some visual, you know, not necessarily visual upgrades, because the game's obviously got its aesthetic art style, but I really like the idea of having your hand, like your overlay here, your 2D overlay of your character's hands and stuff to change based on what gear you're wearing. I think that's a very, very cool idea. Very, very good suggestion. I haven't been around for a while. Have you found anything new, fun games to play? No, not really. I've actually been going back and playing games from my youth, which I know a lot of you old farts would tell me I'm only 21 and I still am in my youth, but games from 2004. People who were here before I started the stream would have seen that the game was set to be playing Imperial Glory, and I was going to play Imperial Glory, but decided against it last minute. Didn't really fancy it. Wanted to do some Long Dark. So then, here we are, Forlorn Muskeg. We are bearing to the left, which isn't really a bearing, but hey-ho. An ATV, an armoured troop carrier with... I'm not quite sure that's what. I suppose no one can fault you, that's what ATV means. Yeah, you've got it. Have I tried Silent Storm? No, haven't tried Silent Storm. Thanks for us making you feel old again, no worries. All part of the job, all part of the job. So we're heading roughly this way. I think I'm going to skirt around though, you see here? That wolf. Right, let's drop a decoy. Drop a decoy and try and back off. One got scared off and I think the other one's going to go for the bait. So that was our bear steak that we were supposed to eat, but to be honest I could probably catch, cook and kill a wolf out here anyway, so I'll be alright. Especially with the arrows. I've got 3 arrows on me. Good headshot from an arrow will be fine. I think we're level 3 in archery, so we've got a reasonably good crit chance. It will take him a while to eat that bear steak as well. Pretty tough meat. And that should have solved our scent problem, it certainly has. But we now don't have a scent, which means our... in the worlds of Gandalf, hopefully our presence will go unnoticed. Because I could think of no one else to quote. Hey! Watch it, I'm older than you by you. Gaming nerd, you're only 40 years from the grave. Or well, maybe a bit longer than that. So, you're an old fart and you know it. By a whole year. 22. Outrageous. Sorry if you see me just wildly flicking the mouse around, it's just fucking, I've got like, I don't even know. The hand-eye coordination of a dead man. Oh, hello. He's pushing me this way. I'm going to try and take a shot on him if I need to. Let's light up a torch. Let's see if he'll stay away now that I've got this lit up. I'll have to throw it at him if he makes a run. If he makes a circle around him. No, okay, didn't take it. We'll go for a puncher. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Minor laceration and a sprained ankle. Do we have anything that needs... Nope, just a sprained ankle. That wolf is probably going to bleed out. We now can't sprint, but we couldn't anyway. A good night's sleep will sort us out in that regard, though. Didn't actually get through any of our clothing. We've still got to press on roughly in this direction, though. Lots of wolves on Forlorn Muskeg. Very unforgiving. We're very lucky. Yes, no need to bandage, though. There's nothing bandage-worthy. We just need to sleep to get our health back. I did bring some herbal tea with me on this venture. Oh, hello. Shit. More wolves. Kind of stumbling into them in the fog. We should have kept sort of out this way. Hopefully I'm not going to get any more grief for this. I'd be scared of wolf off, I could hear it. We'll be alright, we've got plenty of condition. All I need to do is just keep backing away from this guy. I imagine there's not too much food out here on a frozen lake, so I imagine this wolf is going to be reasonably persistent. Let's keep going. He's going to go across the ice. He doesn't weigh nearly as much as I do, especially not with all this gear. There's some old man's beard up here. Looks like I wasn't entirely thorough with my searching. There you go. He's broken off. He didn't want to continue the pursuit. Another wolf down there, though. It is pretty much a knife fight getting through here. I'm going to keep my torch out for the moment. Frozen pond there. Again, I shouldn't really have a scent. The weather's also a bit more reasonable as well. I'm warming up, which is nice. Might take the time to grab this old man's beard. It's always helpful to have. I've got shitloads of antiseptic at home though, but you know, you never really know how often you're going to come out this way. To be honest, there's very little point in me coming this way once we move out of where we're at. So if you sort of visualise the map or Google a map of the long dark biomes, if you like, or the different areas, out this way there is Milton. There's the Forgotten Railroad or the Broken Railroad or something like that as well. And both of them we've pretty much looted. The only reason we would ever have to come back this way is to try and kill the moose for the sake of getting the moose satchel. But, you know, people, you know, I wouldn't necessarily deem that worth it. That is an extremely long expedition just to get ourselves mauled by a fucking moose. Not necessarily partial to the idea. Cool. Right, let us press on then. Plenty of firewood here, should I need it. Hopefully I won't. Reishi mushrooms. Interesting. More of them. We'll always take these. Chat knows I like me my intestinal parasites, so I'll take these with me whenever I can get them. They keep quite well as well, because it's fucking fungus. Like, you can't exactly go rotten, can it? Yes, meese. The plural of moose should be meese. Or you could be a good hunter and not get mauled by the moose. Look, chat, we know who we're dealing with here. We're dealing with me. Of course I'm going to get mauled by the moose. Did you get your rib cage stomped by the moose that time? Oh, I did. I know. I did get them. Yes, I did get it mauled by that moose. Let me just put this out. Bring the bow back up. Right. Oh, it's a twatter fucking arrow into that rock. Keep going. No tails that we can see. A rucksack. I would wager we've not looted this. We have looted this. So we came through here. We must have come just literally hugging the coast like we are now this time. I can hear crows somewhere. Sorry the screen's shaking so much again with our sprained ankle. It's going to be a little bit tricky. I see a sapling over there. Let's get those. Hopefully this isn't weak ice, he says. Famous last words. I can't sprint if it is. Quite a short crossing. No. Not doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. How do I tell what's weak and what's strong ice? Thank you very much to Thalfair. Hey everyone. Thank you very much for another 13-monther. There's some sapling. There's a sapling right there, and if it's a maple sapling, it's like gold dust. That's tougher ice. I guess it's where the ice is blue. I'm guessing where the ice is like blue like that, that constitutes weak ice. So this stuff here should be normal, but then if I go out here, that's weak ice. Okay, so the white stuff. Okay, we're learning, you see? It's all a learning experience. So this stuff here looks like strong ice. Yes, you see? Joe's done it. He's figured out a system. So these, rose hips. We can use those to brew ourselves a tea to heal our ankle as well. So what have we got? A maple sapling. These are the hard ones to find. Birch saplings are normally in groups of 2 or 4. Maple saplings are nearly always on their own, and they are the only sapling that has the flexibility, once cured, to make a bow with, which is nice. We'll continue out here on this little sort of outcropping. Yeah, even more famous last words. This looks like strong ice. Yes. If we fall into the ice, we should be okay. I've got some like basic fire starting like materials with me. There's actually a watchtower up there. I'm not sure if we've ever been there, so we're going to meander our way over. So far, the wolf presence is minimal. Grab these. I've never been out into the middle of the lake like this, so I've never been able to visually discern between weak ice and strong ice. So I've always tried to avoid coming out here. But if you look at this, look at all this blue shit. No way we'd be able to get over that unless we can get over like this. This looks like it's strong. Looks like... oh. Okay, lesson learned. All of this is definitely weak ice. All of this is weak ice. Can we get over on this side, perhaps? Nope. There's no... I want to get to that watchtower. Here looks like a small route of strong ice. You see where it gets white here? Maybe? Tempting fate there. Right, so that bit's strong ice, but that bit wasn't. We could try and chance it. Shit idea. I'm going to try it. Oh, fuck. Oh, well. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay, we dragged ourselves back here. Never mind, we're warming up. Bollocks. Well, we are sort of overloaded with gear. We're alright. We're not even losing health because we're starting to warm up again now. Fell through the ice. Remain above freezing for 18 hours. Okay. Looks like we'll have to do that over at the fishing place, or the place where we're making the arrows. Well, it was in fact a shit idea. Who knew? Next time, take your clothes off before trying so they don't get wet. Very good plan. We're exhausted at the moment. It's still a small hike to the area we need to get to. I don't have enough cloth to build a snow shelter. I don't know whether there's anything out here in the peripheries as well. Like a hut or a cabin. I'm pretty sure Forlorn Muskeg is pretty much void of anything that you could call a structure. Unless there's a bunker out here. There's a wolf up there, so we're going to avoid it. We'll skirt the lake here. Can't see any wolves out there. So we got a fucking sprained ankle. Everything. We got everything. There's no way to jump. There's no way to jump Tawny. Or Tawny, fucking hell, I don't know why that took ages to come out. Fucking yeah, there's no way to jump, so you have to kind of like step up onto it, and there wasn't a way to really step up onto that tree. Would have been a good idea though. Again, once we've had a night of rest and we've warmed up with our bearskin bed rug and so on, and we'll be fine. It's just getting to that point. That's the real trick. Let's head on over. Left and right and right and left. It's all very curious. You actually can get on that tree. Good to know. I'll try and do that the next time then. I didn't do it this time because I didn't think I didn't even try, to be fair, so my own fault. The place that we need is somewhere ahead. Scary. Right, let's go down here onto the lowlands. How are we doing for food? I could do with killing this guy. Oh, I hit him, but the arrow broke. Let's see if I can kill him. There we go. I hit him, but the arrow broke. All good. Let's carve a little bit of him up. We'll only do 2 of those. 8 minutes to harvest. Looks like we're going to be sleeping out on the lake. I really didn't want that if I could avoid it. Feathers are always good. I'll take the feathers. Crow feathers. It's 3 per arrow. You can appreciate why I'd want to have more. That is the way we need to go. Hopefully there's like a cave or a lee of a rock face or something. I need to get out of the lake here, for fuck's sake. Maybe I can drop a decoy. I can come back for that guy. Oh, he's going over for... No, he's coming for me. He's not going for his dead mates. Fallen Muskeg is proving once again to be a pain in my arse. Leave me alone.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much to Pock the Powerful, my friend. Thank you very much for 2 months in a row. Welcome, welcome. I've been forced out onto this, right, jutting here. And it's a load of crap. Interesting. He's leaving me be. I don't think there's any way round here for me. Those are the start. That's where I want to be. This is where I'm stuck. At the end of this fucking rocky outcropping. The ice doesn't look particularly sturdy either. I'm going to try and cross this rock. Or this log even. I need to get warm. Ideally, I'd do it somewhere else, but it looks like this is the hand I've been dealt. I don't think I'm going to be able to get across this ice. This is exactly where I need to be. I'm so close, and yet I'm so far. Oh, no, back it up. This guy's coming for me. I'm exhausted. Hit him. Puncture. Bit my hand. He ran off. Clothing was torn. He sprained my other ankle. Looks like we're staying here, at least for a couple of hours. Campcraft. Let's sleep for 2 hours. 2 hours. Just try and get some of our strength back and warm up. Right. Frostbite affliction. Pick it up. Frostbite. Your skin is directly exposed. Interesting. Oh, I see. Look at this. Frozen solid. Really going to have to get these in front of a warm fire. I can't quite make the journey across here. Nope. I've got to go back and round. There's nothing else for it. I need to... sleeping in a bedroll isn't going to be enough here. I've got to get to the forge and melt my clothes from in front of it. It's actually going to be quite close, this. Closer than I would have wanted. That's a pain in the ass, really. Not impossible, though. There's that wolf out there. We can come and get some food in a little bit if we need it. I'm just going to have to make a fire, I think, to start with and warm up like that. Is this a route through? I can see where the ice is a little bit whiter here. Looks like it gets a little bit blue over there. No. Too far from land. We'll get there. Eventually. We've just got to go the long way around. We're about at 50% condition. Sun's about to go up. Or go down. Maybe follow the cracks on the ice. No. I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, it's just risk of frostbite, yeah. It's a small... yeah, affliction. My trousers are frozen solid as a result of getting a couple of pockets full of freezing lake water, which is my own fault, obviously. Tried to cross a frozen lake, fell in the ice. Go figure. We're almost where we need to be, though. Once I've dropped off some of the coal and firewood supplies and the metal, I might even be able to come back out here and get some more of that wolf before it goes totally rancid. It was a very long journey this. Our character's going to sleep well tonight. I've only got one piece of wolf steak as well to make it last, so I'm going to have to come down here in the morning without eating. I might have to eat some cattails as well if I can find some. Oh shit, here we go. I've got to skirt this rock, don't I? Oh, I remember this. This was horrible. Hopefully I don't fall in. I'm doing pretty good, Captain Flint. Welcome, welcome. Okay, yeah, we got to go around. We got to go onto the ice to get around this rock. Thank you, Long Dark developers. Thank you, Hinterland, for putting this boulder in the way so that I've got to go out onto the weak ice. Skirt the rock. Fuck sake. I didn't think that would be weak. Right. I have hypothermia. Can I get up and over? So it's been a bit of a calamity, this one. It's been a bit of a fucking calamity. It's not gone so well. Fuck's sake. It's been a little bit of a shit show, this one. Yeah, we don't need to place a fire just yet. We just need to get across to the forge where I can sleep safely, because that's my big concern. If I sleep out here in the open, I'm gonna have a whole load of trouble with the aurora if it comes on, if it activates, if the government flicks the switch and the aurora comes on. No, that's yeah, I'm going to be banging trouble. I don't think this hobble could get any more extreme either. I'm dying of hypothermia, the sun's going down, it's getting cold, I'm exhausted to the point where it's killing me. You died somewhere around here the last time you played, yes. But Joe's, I can pull some bullshit out of my ass, I always do. Let's keep going. All of these houses are destroyed as well, which is a pain in the ass. Reshy mushrooms, though. I'll have to remember they're there. The bunkhouses. Nothing here for me. I've already looted most of this. Pretty much all of it, actually. I think there's stuff in those green crates. Did somebody say that? Apparently there's shit in those crates, if somebody remembers. I can't quite remember. Yeah. Yeah, it hurts a bit, but I'll make it. That's the same for every bit of playthrough. Every playthrough on any game ever that I've ever done. What trouble with the Aurora cause? Ah, the cheer didn't show up. Did you do a cheer? I missed the cheer, if so. Wouldn't be the first time. But a zigzag. There we go. Not those crates, the one next to the forge. Thank you very much. And here we are. Well, just up this hill here, past the trees. Like fucking dying of thirst, dying of hunger. Everything a growing boy needs. I still have some bear meat though. Let's just drink that. Let's just eat that. Still got some bear meat. Let's just have a drink. There we are. Wonderful. Let's press on. This floating fence, look. The Old Spence family homestead. Can't see shit through this fog. But I know it's around here. The forge. Just past these trees, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure the family homestead is knackered as well. Not really sure where I am at the moment. I'm sure I'll stumble across the forge at some point. I think it's behind the house, isn't it? Yes, here it is. The forge hut. Yeah, there's the ruined house. Nothing in there. But this is the forge hut. Well, we made it, at least. This is part one of our expedition, coming to a close. Fuck's sake. Can I just get up on the thing? If I just get up here, they normally leave me alone. There we are. We've got a bed. That gives us 5 degrees of warmth protection. see if I can take this guy out. Whoa, side of the head. That's a bear. No, that's another wolf. All good. All good. Right. Let's focus on getting warm then, because we need to make a fire. So let's do that, like... Can I do that up here? No, it would only be in the old forge. Fuck you, wolves. Seriously. Getting old fast. Right. Let's just sleep for a couple of hours, just to start with. Can't make fire on wood. Well, yeah, if you say it like that. Need to just nip down here. Get those arrows back. Hopefully that other wolf will have buggered off. Simple arrow. Simple arrow. Yep, we've got ourselves some food here. Right then. Let's focus on warming the fuck up. Temperature needs to be above 150. The furnace underneath. Let's get a couple of sticks in here. Let's get a fire striker. 100% chance of success. Let's light that sucker up. Just so we can sleep. And then in the morning, I'll do the rest. Yeah. The sun is indeed setting. We can do a little bit of cooking here as well, I believe. We can just rest the steak upon the top. Wonderful.
That did it.
Right. Just a little bit of fir wood. A couple of pieces. Let's grab our wolf steak. Just pop it atop the forge. It's only going to take 49 minutes or so. And let's eat that up. Wonderful. And let's actually get some sleep in then. Our clothes should be on the way to melting. There we go. It's going to take a little while. Let's just get into bed. And sleep. Let's start with a 4-hour sleep. And then go from there. Hopefully the clothes should be dry after that. Fire's still going. Clothes are getting dry. They're no longer frozen, which is good. Weather's taken a turn for the worse out. Let's keep the fire stoked. We've only got 18 minutes. Let's see. I don't think I should keep it stoked for the whole evening necessarily. Let's put one more in. Another 2 hours. We'll drink some water as well while we're here. I don't have any containers with me to make anything else, so let's sleep for the rest of the evening now. Frostbite has been healed. No longer have sprained ankles. We should wake up in the morning. Lovely. Weather's a bit more agreeable. Hypothermia. Stay above freezing for 2 more hours. That we can do. We don't have long to wait necessarily. We searched all of this, didn't we? We brought everything that we could with us. Check for wildlife. Yeah. Pretty sure that's okay. Lovely. Not sure if there's anything off up the back there. Might be worth even exploring Forlorn Muskeg a little bit more. We got these wolf pelts though that we can eventually take with us. But to be honest, we now need to worry about crafting because we only have so much water. So let's get that furnace stoked once again. So we'll need to get some more firewood in there. And then get some coal in there and begin manufacturing some arrowheads. With the scrap material that we've brought with us. As much as we can. As many scrap materials as we can. Alright then. Come on. Just need it to nurse in. Right. let's get some of that in there. Let's get some coal in. 22 minutes before coal can be added. Okay, well, now we've just got to wait for a little bit. Let's grab a little bit of the old wolf meat. Just grab a kilogram of it. Hopefully it doesn't break our knife. I think I've got a spare knife back at the house. To be honest, I could do with making like a makeshift hatchet. I wonder what we use to craft that. Makeshift hatchet. It needs cloth. I don't have any cloth on me. That's a shame. I could have used that to make a hatchet. Any cloth anywhere? No. Couldn't rip that up. Couldn't rip this up. Right, what do I have on me? I could rip up a pair of socks, but that seems like a waste. Nah, we've got hatchets back at the house. We'll just stick to those. Right then. Pretty sure our forge is ready to take some coal. 7 more minutes. Just going to wait around and get warm, I think. Let's sleep for just a brief hour. In fact, no, that's a waste of time. The coal is really... See, the reason we add coal is because it burns really hot. It's going to get the furnace up to the temperature that we need it. At the moment it's at 25 degrees. We need to get it to 150 degrees before we can start manufacturing things. How many auroras have I had in this in this playthrough? Sorry, loads. I couldn't be specific. So we just got to wait for this to race up to 150. Let's pop a couple more bits of fir wood in there. Can I add any more fuel to the fire right now? A dozen, if that. About 10, I reckon. Or just climbing in temperature. Hopefully I don't have to use any more coal than this. There we go. It's climbing nicely. All that coal there. Going to burn for a very long time. We've got 11 hours. We're at 125 degrees. We need another piece of coal then. Oh, you're joking. We need another piece of coal. Okay, well, I'm definitely not coming back here anytime soon. Arrowheads, it's going to take an hour to craft. That is much longer than I would have wanted, to be honest. An hour. Okay, well, we're just going to keep adding fir wood, I think. Can't add any more fuel to this fire right now. Okay, we're not going to be able to craft as many arrowheads as I would have wanted. It's going to exhaust us and put us on the brink of starvation.
So tired. I could just lay down right here.
That's how it's got to be. Drink the last of my water. Going to take a little bit of time for this. Let's put the wolf steak that we've got on top of the thingy. Not going to take long. Let's add some firewood. Keep crafting. Just crafting throughout the day. Weather's rolling in. Getting hungry and thirsty. I just want as many arrowheads as I can possibly craft. Can't I just melt snow? Yeah, I can, but I don't have a vessel to melt snow in. I didn't bring a tin with me. It's a survival mistake I'm making more and more recently. .44 possible litres. That is the last of my water. I don't have really any more food either. We're about to get quite hungry quite quickly. There are no tins or anything. I left a load of reclaimed wood under here actually. Stuff that I couldn't take with me. The wolves are getting restless as well. Arrowheads, how many have we got? 18 of them so far. Let's keep crafting. Times are wasted. I don't want to attempt the return journey at night. I am going to have to sleep, but it's going to be costly. I am going to have to attempt the return journey at night. Right. That's it. That's as many as I'm willing to make on this run. How many have we got? 24. That's more than enough for now. I'm going to have to sleep off. Just I'm going to sleep for about 5 hours. It's going to make us very hungry. Such as it is. I can maybe cook a steak on top of the furnace here. No, it's just embers. Fir wood. Add to fire, there we go. Too dark to travel. Get just a bit of food here. Just to sustain us while we're out here. Otherwise a horrible bit of shit this. Right. Honestly, surviving out here is a pain in the ass. Oh, incredibly burnt. Lovely. Scrape it off the top there. Totally forgot about it. We're now thirsty. Let's just eat that. Right. We now are out of water with no way to get more. Can't just melt the snow without a container to melt it in. Yep, a mistake I'm making more and more often. So we are now going to have to attempt the return journey. We're a lot lighter than last time, which means we can move quicker. I should really get a piece of reclaimed wood and make a couple of torches. We're going to have to attempt the journey back at night with no water. Let's go to the furnace down here. Let's take a torch. Let's take another torch. Let's extinguish it. Let's take this torch with me. There we go. There's not much light left on these, but I can swap out to them as and when we need to. The sun will be coming up partway through the expedition. There's no aurora that I can see. We'll make good time, hopefully. That's the plan, anyway. Around the fence. Did you just try and put a lit torch in my bag? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to have to leave the reishi mushrooms behind. It's less about reishi mushrooms now and more about getting back home in one piece. We're fully healed though, all things considered, and look how quick we're moving as a result of shifting all of that scrap metal and coal and wood that we were carrying. The arrowheads are a welcome addition. Right, new torch. This one doesn't have much left in it. We'll light it up. This one's only going to last for a bit longer. After that, I'm in the dark. I'm not looking forward to at all. Again, the sun will come up eventually. But it's going to take a while. I've got to remember to go over this rock and not round onto the weak ice. I've got no more food, no more drink. The thirst will already be setting in. That sandpapery mouth. Not even going to see any wolves at this rate. All I know is to just follow the edge of the lake until we reach the railway line, and then we take a right. Like that. Those are my landmarks. I don't need to see in order to get that far. Just need to keep following this on the left hand side. The next landmark is the big boulder that juts out into the water. Then we go over it. Here we are, we're here. And we keep going. And we expect some screaming. Maybe. That's a solid maybe. We just keep following the water. Not much left in that one. There's Light up a fresh one. This one's not got much on it either. I think this is my last one. I didn't bring any others with me, so just short of using a flare, we'll be in the dark after that. I'm hoping the sun comes up relatively soon, but I'm not sure. Dark. Very dark. The kind of inky darkness you don't want to be wandering around in. Lights up a flare. There we go. Can see a bit more with that. This should last us until we reach the railway line. Okay. Staying on the street in Nara. There's the frozen pond. Again, just keep going till we hit the railway line. We don't need to know where we are in any other regard except where the railway line is. Oh, hello. Am I lost? I've managed to walk onto a thingy. Is this the one that we were on last time? It is! Oh, fucking hell, this is where we got mauled by that wolf. Okay, so I know that I got turned around. I know the direction we want to go is somewhere over this way. Ooh. Weak ice. The text was white then. I wonder if that... Oh shit, don't go on the weak ice. Let me get back on this log. Yes. So we got turned around somewhere up here apparently. Here we go. To the left. Keep on the left. Flare's running out of juice. I can hear it. The chemical reaction that's powering it is running out. You can see it's starting to flicker. Can't see the railway line yet. Remember, there were wolves down by the railway line last time. We had to drop a decoy. I have no decoys this time. I've only got full health and a knife. That is it. This is starting to look promising. It's raising up here. I would say we're nearly there to the railway line. That looks promising. That juts out to the left there. I think I can see something dark. Lots of land here. You can see the flare's really starting to give up the ghost. No eyes on the railway line just yet. I think it's just over this hill. Unless we walked across the railway line. Don't think so. Curious. Hello. An abandoned camp. Well, we're clearly in new territory then. Firewood. Fry bar. We've already got loads of these. Can't use the campsite. Some crackers. can of drink would have been better. In fact, I'll tell you what would have been best, a can of food. Well, that makes me think I've come too far. But we followed the left and everything. It's got to be back over here. Well, that's now useless to us. The sun's coming up there. Someone forgot to get drink in the game. They certainly did. Well, we got these salty crackers. I don't really want to eat them just yet. There's reishi mushrooms here, which makes me think this is totally fucking uncharted. What is up here? There's like a clearing. Is this the way off to Milton? Am I off towards Milton? If I am, then I'm in totally the wrong place. What is up here? Don't move out at night, he said. Don't move out at night. Yep. Honestly, I'm so bad. I get turned around so easy. What is up here? This is definitely an area I've not been before.
Of course.
You'll eat nothing at this rate, no, ever again. As soon as the sun comes up and the majority of the fog clears, in fact it's getting lighter by the second, we'll be able to better judge where we are and how to get to the place that we need to go to. I may never come back up here, so let's just grab a couple of these for the road. Always good to grab some supplies. If we get on this rise or this raise up here, rabbits. Oh, and a shitload of birch saplings. Now that was almost worth it. It was almost worth it just for this. These are actually a quality find. I could cook and kill a rabbit. Not quite worth it. Twat a fucking arrow into the floor. There we go. Better. Right to his fucking head. Let's take it with me for now. Never miss an opportunity to scavenge supplies. Let's get up on this high ground here. Oh, fucking hell, yep, the morning sun. Literally the rising sun.
If I can drop any of this gear.
Oh, hello. And a knackered old carcass. The Muskeg Overlook.
Keep the change, you
Kilogram of
filthy
meat.
Please drink IRL and in-game.
IRL and in-game. Okay, I shall drink IRL. That I can do for you. Without spilling it. Good stuff. I'd take the hide with me as well. I probably might, but to be honest, it's still dangerous. So where are we? What did I miss? Where is the railway line? There is the railway line. So it was further around. You can see the railway wagons there. We were on the right track, it's just we hadn't gone far enough over. Okay. Back we go then. Muskeg Overlook. A bit of a detour. More of a detour than I wanted. But not a disaster. More salty crackers. Not much else up here, apart from that. It might have been better to shimmy my way down that rock face, but needs must. Could really do with cooking that stuff.
It's great.
You're going to be tired, thirsty and starving. Yeah, I should cook what I have. Yeah, yeah. Let's start a fire. We need to eat and warm up. Let's just use a tinder plug. Stick.
Find some place to escape this cold.
And a fire striker. Then we'll cook what we have. Eat up. I need to harvest the rabbit, to be fair. That might take me a little bit of time, but I do have 2 cedar logs. See you later, Frost. Right. It's all very curious, all very interesting. Okay. Quickly add a little piece of those. A little bit of that. Probably more than we want, but again, beggars can certainly not be choosers in this case. Let's drop this and put it down on here to cook. It's going to take 40 minutes. Let's harvest this with just my hands. It's going to take 22 minutes.
I could eat anything right now.
Anything you will be able to you will be able to eat some stuff soon, like my dude. We're going to put this down here. Eat that. It's going to make us very thirsty, but it solves our food problem. At least for now, anyway. 13 minutes, 11 minutes. Oop. Cook them both. Eat them both. We should be reasonably warm now. And have a relatively full belly. Weather is reasonable. Let's go. No room for sprinting. A new day is certainly dawning. We've got no sprint. A new day is dawning. It's been sunrise for hours, man. A new day is dawning. The birch saplings were a good find because I need to get those curing back at the house because now we've got the arrowheads that we need to make shitloads of arrows. Again, coal would be nice if I could find coal, but without caves and stuff, there's really no opportunity to get it. And the cave next to my house, I've already thoroughly explored for coal, and I've got everything that we need out of there. Unfortunately, coal is the only thing that can get the furnace hot enough, I believe. Or am I telling a lie there? If I get shitloads of firewood, can I get it hot enough, do you reckon? I reckon I could. It would just take an unbelievable amount of time to get it to that kind of heat. I totally forgot one Fear Holiday. I just literally, out of everything that I didn't bring, I just forgot to bring a can. I even had cans in my inventory and took them out without giving it any consideration. It's just been unlucky that in the supplies that I've found, like the abandoned camp and so on, that I didn't find any cans of drink or anything. You need coal to forge. You think wood has a limit on how hot it gets? Yeah, you're probably right. It's a shame you can't use like charcoal and make like a kiln or something. I thought it took about 7 days or something for coal to repopulate. Well, I'll have a look in the cave again for more coal. I'm going to need to make a new torch, to be honest. Here's a question for the chat. Should I use a storm lantern or a handheld burning torch? There's a question for you. The reason I ask is because obviously the storm lantern can be used in bad weather, but it uses an unbelievable amount of fuel to provide light. Like, it uses a litre of kerosene, or has a litre of kerosene in storage, and really only gives you a few hours light for that. The torch, however, only uses 0.10 litre. Here's my thinking. The storm lantern, is that a wolf down there? Right there on the tip of the arrow. Yes, it is. And it's coming this way. Looks like we may have to defend ourselves. What a treat. Come on, you bastard. Change where you're going. Why not both? Depends how much fuel you have. I don't know.
Sprained wrist out here.
Why, God? Why? have to drop a decoy. What the fuck was that? Was that an explosion? I have to drop a decoy when this guy aggroes. Oh no, he's scared off. He's scared off. Good, good, good. You reckon that was thunder? I don't know what that was. Ah, here's the backpack. The one that we missed, or the one that we thought we'd missed before. So yeah, we are on the straight and narrow. Railway line is not far ahead. I hate these expeditions. Like, the further you get in the game, the harder it is to survive, like, with just less and less and less material. It becomes really tricky to live out here. Like, I'm just grateful that I've got as many supplies as I do back at my house, because without them, I'd be stuck. I'd be in real trouble. I'd genuinely. Like, if you think about it, the supplies that I've got at home, and let's be honest, I'm running out of supplies at home. I've just used most of my coal. I've made like a few arrowheads. I've gained some sticks, you know, some saplings. But apart from that, I'm pretty much, you know, running out of materials. My non-perishable food is starting to go off, so my tins and my packets of jerky and my cans and stuff, they're starting to go rancid just through shelf life. It's mad. I'm really struggling to keep the stores stocked, kind of thing. Now, I am obviously able to a bit more liberally hunt now and get food like that, but it's just a farce. There's a radio tower over there. I've never noticed that. That's probably the way to Milton, if one was to hedge a bet, which I'm not, considering I got lost just a moment ago. What's the goal of the game? Just survival. This is just survival. Duraco? Well, let's call you T-Rex. Yeah, basically, the game itself now has a story mode in which you can... there's obviously like a sort of a linear-ish story that you can follow from start to finish. It's episodic, so like in the same way The Walking Dead, Telltale's The Walking Dead, rest in peace. Well, not rest in peace, that's a whole different kettle of fish, actually. But the way it had like an episodic, like 1 to 5, The Long Dark has an episodic 1 to 5. But we're just playing the survival mode, which literally is just survive for as long as you can. And with incidents like this, it gets harder and harder, I'll be honest. Thank God our character's made of tough stuff. Into the tunnel then. This takes us back to the Mystery Lake. Who dug this tunnel in this frozen hellscape? Like, literally, who brought people out here to dig tunnels like this? So that one distant community might have logging access or something. It's outrageous. So we have officially arrived back in Mystery Lake. 3 of our 4 status effects are now in the critical. That is water, tiredness, and heat. So we are freezing, we are exhausted, and we're dying of dehydration. All in a day's work. Hopefully there'll be no wolves down here, same as before. Can't guarantee it though. Can't even raise my weapon. Let alone do anything else. All we have to do is just hang left here. It wasn't a frozen hellscape back then, Q. I imagine it was. I imagine it's always been freezing up here. One would assume so, anyway. Here's a question. Are any of the other ZF guys on? What are other people streaming? We can talk about those games, if I know them. Who's on at the moment? Because I don't actually... I know it's criminal, but I don't actually follow everyone in the ZF clan. There's a few of the smaller folks that I don't... not that I don't watch, it's just I would just never bother to follow them. Seems a bit old-fashioned following. I don't know. This deer's still here, so that's a good sign. Moogle is on. Brilliant. And Edberg. You only see Moogle? What's Moogle up to? He's making a game, isn't he? Do you know the game Death or Breath Edge? Nope, never heard of it. Smeagol and Stealth are both on. Wicked. What about Soviet playing Minecraft? That your type of game? Minecraft's a bit of a weird one. I don't play it at all anymore, like I used to. Not through any kind of elitist position, although if you were in his chat the other day, you would have known that I was giving him grief for it. Because, you like to... I don't know, for somebody that's got such a tight opinion on games, like, oh, he won't play the new XCOM 2 or whatever, for him to go back and play Minecraft, it's like... Come on, bro. But, yeah. No, it's, again, nothing wrong with Minecraft. But it's, yeah, it's just not something you'd expect Soviet to play, for some reason. Yeah, but it's oh god, where do I even flap on my gums? I quite like Minecraft. I like the Minecraft mod packs that pit you against each other, like the one with all of the rockets. I think it's ICBM. Go figure. The mod pack that is extremely fun on a server because literally everyone can just annihilate each other at the drop of a hat. I hate the mods that are all really passive and boring, like because ultimately. Also, I don't care how many times you want to tell yourself it's a co-op server. Eventually, you will all kill each other, like, and close the server. Like that is just an inevitability of life. That's how it happens. There's no point trying to resist it. That's how it's always been. Literally, there's a massacre at some point. And ICBM, or at least the mod packs that use it, know that. So they give you missiles and stuff, and you literally have mutually assured destruction. You have the nuclear weapon capable of wiping your enemy off the map, but know that if you fire it, he'll shoot back. And you don't want to lose all of that progress, lose all of that work, and so you do end up in this stalemate, just this gradually escalating arsenal, and it's fantastic. Yeah, I haven't played a Minecraft mod pack since I was at school. It'd be secondary school, which again, granted, wasn't too long ago, but yes, it has been a wee bit of time. Or make a secret bunker. Am I saying the Cold War? Yeah, that's mad. Yeah, mutually assured destruction. Okay. Trapper's Homestead. We're back. We've got some hypothermia. Let's see why. Frozen socks and shoes. We'll get them inside and we'll get them melted. Home sweet home, exactly. A couple of dead bodies out the front there, a couple of crosses. All good. Let's head indoors. Get ourselves hydrated, get some sleep, get fed, so on. Get warm. Take a little bit of food indoors. There we go. So it's so nice coming back to the house, like after you've been out for an expedition like that, because that was shit. We got done in, or I got done in. There we go. Back indoors. Got some water left at the back here. We'll have to boil up some more. We're getting to the end of our store there. Lovely. We'll just take another bottle. Now we just need to sleep. Let's get a couple of hours in. Just 4 hours. Just something to tide us over. Hypothermia healed. Sprained wrist healed. Frostbite healed. Wonderful. We've still got some daylight as well, which is nice. Let's make sure now that I have a tin on my person at all times. Looks like we avoided a blizzard as well, which is good. Okay then, so in terms of materials, we brought back another 24 arrowheads. We cannot put all of them in there because it's too heavy. Let's take the scrap metal out then. Let's put the arrowheads in. 32 arrowheads, which actually comes to a nice sort of integer there. Not intentional. We've also got the coal that we're going to put back under here. We've also got some other bits of shit that we need to put away, like the scrap material that we've got here. We've actually got a buttload of it. We've got some old man's beard wound dressing as well, or at least the plant that makes the wound dressing. We're going to drop off our feathers. We're going to drop off our rose hips as well, 40 of them. We've also got 14 reishi mushrooms to add to the storage, which is now at 122. Let's put the wound dressing away as well. We've got some saplings that we need to get curing. I've already got a buttload of saplings, but now I've got even more. The annoying thing about arrowheads is that I keep losing them. I keep losing the arrows. That is my pain in the ass at the moment, my personal curse. Not as robust or nice looking as the professional made one. We're going to use that instead. Let me put this one back, because I'm going to need to whetstone the shit out of this thing to bring it back to good health. So we're going to keep this as our professional knife, but I'm going to need to whetstone it at some point. What about this? This is our final hatchet, isn't it? Oh no, I've got a shitload of hunting knives. Okay, no, let's keep that with us. And we'll keep both of those, because this one's going to break eventually, and then I'll just get rid of it or break it down for materials. The heavy hammer! The heavy hammer we're putting away. Let's drop that back on the countertop, like so. Obviously got that tin with us now, as trying to get into a decent habit. Clothes, we got mauled a few times. Let's take a look at the status of our clothing in no particular order. Things that need to be repaired are the... probably the ear defenders, and the scarf, and maybe a pair of gloves. Or maybe a pair of socks, sorry. The rest of it took the brunt quite well. We'll probably do with repairing this, but there's no urgency just yet. So we'll just take out a single piece of cloth, of which we have many, thanks to an expedition we did earlier on. We shall repair the scarf alone for the moment. Okay, so for the most part that's all fixed. In terms of food, we brought back some crackers. So I don't even know where I'm going to put these for the moment, so let's just put them on the fucking table here. 2 packs of salted crackers. Very nice, very good at, obviously, keeping us in the game, those. They've got a very high calorie count. I've got that Sweet Dreams herbal tea as well. Let's just put those back on the shelf. We've got ourselves our water. We'll need to make more of that. Let's break this down into arrowhead and feather. Right. So now we've got a spare arrowhead. Very good. We've got an couple of arrows spare. Our bow probably needs replacing. Again, maple saplings are getting harder and harder to come by, especially as we deplete resources closer and closer to home. Like that, to be honest, we found those birch saplings by accident, which is, well, yeah, sort of a testament to how little I know where stuff is, because I just don't know. I just don't know where stuff is anymore. Right, so in terms of food, let's have a look. Stuff is starting to get pretty rancid here. Let's just go through the stores. Anything below 20% health, you can see that little star there, the asterisk. Let's just go through. We're looking for banged up condition. 41 isn't too bad. A tin of sardines, banged up condensed milk. I think I've already looked at that one. Banged up peaches, 46. Dusty tomato is fine. Banged up pork and beans, 28. No, going to put that one back. Don't want to get rid of that one just yet. Banged up pork and beans, back on the shelf with you. Dusty, banged up pinnacle peaches, 40%. Looks like the tins are all okay up here. Yep, tins are okay. Let's have a look at this stuff. Stale. Stale's okay. Stale. We're looking for mouldy stuff here. All of this orange soda and things like that is going to be fine until a later date. Let's check the rest of the packet food. Mouldy. 26 is fine. Mouldy. 30 is fine. It will keep. Mouldy granola bar. 26 is okay. Mouldy granola bar. 30 is okay. Those energy bars are alright. Stale beef. No. Stale beef jerky. No. Can't quite get to the stuff at the back there. Stale beef jerky, and a mouldy. No, can't quite see that one. Okay, well, for the most part, that's okay. A lot of the stores are good. We've still got 2 spare military-grade ready meals with me, which I should probably keep with me at all times in case I need to eat and drink, but beggars can't be choosers. I've got some rabbits out the back that I want to take care of. Let's harvest this guy for good. Probably breaking our knife, but we'll just get his pelts and stuff ready to cure. We'll go out and set the rabbit snares behind us. We'll check the cave for coal, and so on. So, did chat decide on whether we should use a storm lantern or not? What do we think? A storm lantern, yay or nay? Let's drop the sticks off. bloody tin down there that I'm just never going to get back. Give me the tin. Right. There we go. Torch. So people think torch. What's a storm lantern? To be honest, it's a hard choose. They both have pros and cons. Yeah, I think torch as well, personally. Yeah, I've got, what's that? 2.3, 1.24, and 2.6, and then just a small 0.50. Problem is, it uses a little bit of me cloth every time, which I don't like, but again, beggars cannot be choosers. Take one of those with us, we'll go over to the crafting table, we will make ourselves a torch with 3 sticks, 1, 2, 3. A torch with 3 sticks, we'll just make that 15 minutes to craft. We will then head up to the cave and try and find ourselves some more coal. Yes, probably storm lantern for home. Yeah. Using a storm lantern at home might be a good idea. Weather's terrible. I need to get the snares. Aren't fish a valid source of oil? Not really, Mania. The problem is that you get such a little... You do get oil from fish, I won't fault you that, but you get such a small amount of oil per fish? No, not worth it at all. It's just too little. The ratios are just too little. You just can't get away with it. Try to drop those off, sorry. I thought I dropped my guts off, never mind. Yeah, Joe doesn't bring his guts with him. Right, we got the feathers as well, let's put those back. Got my what's-its. Let's harvest this for a scrap piece. That took an hour. We're losing the light, but that's fine, we can come back and sleep after we've had an explore in the cave. Doesn't matter what time of day it is underground. Got me spare tins, got me spare arrowheads, that's fine, that's fine. Snares. Whoa. Snares. I think I grabbed something behind it. Not sure what I picked up then. Never mind. I've got a shitload of snares though. Why not take torches from fires? Because you don't get a full torch, gaming nerd. You only get like the last third or the last fifth of a torch, last quarter. You don't get the full thing, which is a shame. Yeah, in weather like this, I wouldn't be able to light a torch. But I know there are at least 1 or 2 rabbits chilling up here still, so I'm going to lay a couple of snares here. One here. And one here. I'll keep the other snares on me for now. We'll head over to the cave. How much is there still left to explore around your house? And when will I start looking for a new base of operations? That's all of my Tinder plugs there, I don't use those anymore. To answer that, the only real reason I would have to move house at the moment is if... How to put it? Yes, the only reason I have to move house would be to obviously get more material, but the problem is getting more material isn't really an issue that I'm having at the moment. Okay, here we go. So, coal is the name of the game. Charcoal is only used for maps and stuff. So somebody said coal respawns. I'm not entirely sure it does. Hopefully it does, but again, like as you know, more lumps of coal fall off the walls of the tunnels and so on. Can't see any. Oh no, that's coal. They've got a very distinct look. You'd expect to find them in and around here, but... Because it's been a long time since I've gathered coal, so if coal was going to respawn in this cave, it should have done it by now. Ah. Looks like he's right. More coal. A lot more coal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like it spawns further in the chamber. 4 pieces of coal. Wonderful. We'll keep looking. Oh no, that's coal. 4 pieces of coal is good though. That means I could get the furnace up to 150 with the 4 pieces of coal that I've got left, which means I could potentially make improvised tools again if I needed to, but only if I needed to. Oh no, that's coal. Plenty of torch left. Nothing worse than getting stuck down here without light. No coal there. None of that's coal. None of this is coal. None of that's coal. Tree branch has fallen down here. No coal there. Spare campfire. Somebody used to be down here. I know you don't get the whole torch when you grab, but then you grab 3 of them, you have the storage capacity, I suppose. Oh no, this is coal. Check. This rock slide here. No, none of that's coal. None of this is coal. None of that's coal. Tree branch. But no more coal. Ah. No? Ah, shit. That looked like coal, but it was not. And that's the exit. And I don't think there's any coal over here. Nope. That's it then. Right, back we go. Go back to the house. Take a right. It's incredibly dark in this cave. We'll sleep off the night as well. Or it is going to be a dark and windy one. Right then. That's the way I want. Can't get over how dark it is in here, like inky black. Obviously there's no light penetrating this far down in the rock. I kind of know my way through, touchy-feely my way through this cave, like I know that it's kind of a big zigzag. So you go sort of in, then right, then left, then right, then left, and then out you come. The left turn will be coming up soon. There it is. And that's the exit to the cave. Or maybe it's not the exit. No, sorry, it's right. So yeah, it's right then left again. So yeah, just do the big open room where we found the coal. Then the right. Then the left, and that's the exit. Only missing goblins, that's right. Wonderful. Weather's pretty bad out here, I'm sure. Yep, extinguish this. Let's amble on back to the house. Lovely stuff. Jumpy pump. Let's get back indoors. Horrible weather. Horrible. Crikey. Stagger on round the window here. There is coal in a small cave on the transit from you to Milton. That's that cave. That is that cave, I'm pretty sure, Snowman. There's also coal in the cave near Forlorn Muskeg. Not sure about that one. Right, indoors. Whew, God, horrible weather. Glad we weren't caught out on Forlorn Muskeg in that kind of deluge. That would have been a disaster. Let's drink up. We'll hit the sack. We'll wake up in the morning and then maybe find some firewood, go and do some hunting. Choices, choices. Let's go for that full 12-hour sleep. Should wake up at about 9, 10 in the morning. Should be sunrise or just after. There we go, just after sunrise. Okay, so we can drop off our bedroll as we are no longer sleeping away from the base. Put that back on the chair. We're going to keep the can with us again. Force a habit needs to be done. We're going to leave the snares here for the moment because obviously we are not using those ones. Well, I could put them down by the bear cave, but nah, I don't think I'm going to. We need to boil some more water at some point. It's amazing how much water I get through. It's almost like it's thirsty work. Okay. How much have I got then? I've got 2 arrows. 1 knocked and 1 spare. Let's eat up. What have I got? Mouldy wolf meat. Let's have a bit of that. Delicious. Let's head out for the day. See what we got around. So we're looking for things like... Let's check the snares first. Let's, yeah, we're looking for things to shoot with the bow. Whether that be wolves or deer. Preferably deer. Maybe not, though. Ah, here we go. There is a rabbit creeping around. Anything in the snares, though? Yep, 1 in the snare. Beautiful. The other snare's not got anything in. He's only just been caught. This rabbit must have a path. Yes, just here. Let's use it. Set that up and put it there. Not really the best spot for it, but beggars can't be choosers. We'll leave the other snare up for now. Let's just keep hunting. No point damaging my arrows on that rabbit if I've got snares to do the job for me. Looks like you need to move up in difficulty. Seems like you've got this level. I really like... I really struggle on Interloper. Like, it's borderline... I don't want to call it impossible, but it's less... I don't know. It's less about skill and more about luck, Interloper. Like, you have to be lucky to survive. Like, and not that I haven't been lucky this playthrough, but there has been a certain amount of skill to get us to this point here, using, you know, ingenuity. The problem with Interloper is you can be starving to death as soon as you spawn in, and you fucking stumble through the worst blizzard you've ever seen in your entire fucking gaming sessions, and you walk into a house and all it's got is a sewing kit and a pair of boots in, like, and then you starve to death in the house or freeze to death because the weather's just too damn bad. I mean, shit like that happens all the time on Interloper. It's just, you have to be lucky. Which I am not, apparently. Right, let's take a look at this. Our archery is doing quite well. Again, the plan is to get it to level 5 so that we can better hunt. Get more critical hits and kills in one shot. We got those 2 dead bodies. Let's check down by this dead body. We haven't checked down here for a while. There's normally a couple of wolves that knock around here, but I haven't seen them in a good long time. Quebec and skill in the same sentence. Yes. Yes. There we go. That's the prize. The feathers. We'll manufacture some more arrows as well. There wasn't really anything else I needed to do at the moment. Again, the big expedition was to Forlorn Muskeg to get the arrows made. Ideally, I'd make more arrows and maybe some makeshift tools. But outside of that, no. Not really much cause to do much else. Everything, we're in a very comfortable position. We've got food, we've got water, we've got firewood. We've got a crafting table. We're in one of the best base locations in the map. The only other base location that would be better would be the... No, it wouldn't even be better. This is the better one. For different reasons, they're better. The reason... would obviously the camping cabin. Do you know the one, the camping cabin on the way onto the lake? Do resources respawn? Only certain resources. For example, sticks and twigs and bits of bark, they do respawn because they're constantly being peeled and ripped off the trees by the weather. But things like tins of food, no, they don't respawn. They were left here from a civilization long since gone. You know, settlers and villagers alike. That's our prize. Gotcha. Beautiful. We'll harvest this fucker up and we'll get him back to base. It's always nice when it kills on the first hit. The question is, where's my arrow? That's always the question that wrestles on my conscience. Let's use my improvised knife for a bit then. Good shooting, Tex. Yep. No arrow. Are you fucking joking? See, sometimes animals just swallow your arrows. Does my head in? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, no, there it is. Thank God. Oh, God, it must have travelled straight through. Beautiful. Well, okay. In that case, that was worth it. A solid shot and a good kill. Just a hoof left as a calling card. Let's take you back to base. Arrow probably bounced, yeah. Is it possible to make weapons like arrowheads out of stone? No. As of the moment, there's not that level of crafting. The only thing we can do for... Obviously, we've got a rifle at home that we are exclusively... We've got a rifle with 17 shots in, which sounds like a lot, but trust me, it isn't. That rifle is exclusively for hunting black bears and moose, or meese, as we've taken to call them. So yeah, we're really sort of saving that. We're not doing much else with it, because on occasion a black bear comes wandering around here and moves into the cave of the bear that used to live here, and we just shoot it. We just use the rifle because the bow doesn't really have the stopping power. For things like wolves and deer, the bow is more than adequate because, you know, it's really more of a bleed. But you want the thwack of a 308 round or a 303 round to really bludgeon the enemy, as it were, or the bear. The bow doesn't really stop it unless you get lucky and like hit it in an eyeball or something. But in an intense situation like that, I wouldn't really trust myself to. Not to mention that the bear's got a fucking thick skull, so sometimes a headshot can just break your arrow. Doesn't penetrate the skull. They are homemade arrowheads after all. They're not like professional. They're just fucking smacked together out of some scrap metal on a forge and sort of bluntly sharpened with a whetstone. So you can understand why they wouldn't really fell a bear, but for things like deer and wolves and rabbits, if you've got the shot for it, good. Certainly do the job. The saplings respawn. Last time I recall they don't. No, Cork Sulker, they do not respawn. So you have to find more again. Cheeky bastard. Go on, get back up to the snare, you bastard. Bet he's been eating. There's some cannibalism going on. Look at you fucker. I ain't wasting an arrow on him. He can run up there to the snares. Looks like I'll have to put a snare on me driveway. I've got a few professional arrows and a weak 12 kilo bow. The arrows break like nothing. It's bullshit, yeah. So eventually you run out of metal and you die. Well, not necessarily, Ver. Like, we haven't explored the entire world map. We've only explored 2 or 3 biomes. The third one, very, very loosely. This is all of the equipment I could congregate into one place. Food, sewing kits, couple of torches, the magical smell of cured guts, intestines I've ripped out of animals for the sake of their sinew, for repairing clothes and making fishing line and so on. Loads of different pelts and bear skin hides and wolf pelts and so on for repairs, rabbit hides, everything. It's all in a very good spot. I need to make another arrow. Let's make one more arrow from the stuff I've got on me. Should only take a jiffy. Simple arrow, 1.5 hours. Just a fresh one. I've got a spare arrowhead, I might as well. The rifle does more piercing damage than blunt, I think. Yes, you're probably right. I'm an archery coach. Proper arrows have to be matched to the bow. Oh, right, really? the more you know. Apparently I know very little. Where is our rifle? Should be up there. Where is our rifle? Hello? Oh, it's fallen down here. That scared me then. I was like, where's our rifle? There's a burglar. There's been a burglar. No, it looks like they must have done some like change to the code or something and it bugged out. Rabbit stole it. Oh, that scared me then. Fucking hell. Right. So I've got that. That's going to break soon, but no worries. Where's Clive? Clive is sitting over here, snug on the I was going to say the settee then, in the armchair. All good. Oh yes, we've done a good job so far. We've done a decent job of surviving. It's good. We've put a lot of effort into this. We are currently on day, for anybody wondering. Day, not the right one. 135. We've been in for 135 days. So, where are we then? So, 90 days is 3 months. 120. We're part way through month 4. Interesting. Well, no, we're not. We're part way through month 5. Sorry, basic maths. Can't do it. No, fucking. Yeah, so it's just, yeah, one of those ones. Another deer hide for the floor. Plenty of those now. Couple of spare guts. Spare arrow. Q-thonk indeed. Right, let's put those over here. We need to prepare our kill. Sorry, I can't even speak now. Let's put those on. Get a stick on. Clive contributing nothing to the household as always. You got it. Yeah, he's pretty lazy. What do I have to do in this game, Demetman? Just survive for as long as you can. Or at least in the survival mode. There is like a campaign. Well, I don't want to call it a campaign. It's not a shooter, but you know, a story-driven single player that you can play if you want to, with obviously characters and dialogue and so on. Not a personal fan of that, because I always feel like in those sort of story campaigns that stuff is only introduced to you should you actually need it. So, for example, oh, I have found a rifle propped up against an old car. Could there be a segment with a thing I need to shoot coming up? Probably is the answer. I also didn't prepare that. Let me see. I'm going to have to put quite a bit of firewood in here because I didn't skin the animal before I brought it over. So yeah, I've got some harvesting to do, it looks like. Put that away. 8 pieces of coal. Right. Let's harvest up our first kill. Let's start with the rabbit. It's going to take just a moment. We're going to eat and drink as well, I think, when we get the chance. Do you reckon Clive got his laziness from Womble? Almost definitely. I'm just going to nip outside as well and just grab a little bit of food for me to eat. Just as we're... Oh no, I've got some... No, raw rabbit, no. I'm not eating raw rabbit, not after the last time. Saru is now hosting. Well, thank you very much, Saru. Mouldy, eat that. Need a little bit more, let's get a bit of rabbit down us. Gamey, all of it's... That one's mouldy, let's eat that one. Lovely. Back indoors. Right, let's see. So 5 hours here. Let's get the rabbit in there. Cook and cook. A bit more fuel to the fire. 7 hours should be fine. Right, so I need to harvest this stuff now, which is just meat. It's fine. I could probably do it all in one go and then just whack it on the stove. In fact, let's put the ones I've just harvested on the stove. So, like this. Just get the best use out of the time. Oh, 1 minute. Now, that is the best use out of the time. I'm just going to eat that straight away. 1 minute. I cooked it in less than 60 seconds. God only knows the thin veil of meat that I've just eaten. It's like fucking bacon at a Yorkshire bed and breakfast. So fucking thinly cut you could see through it. Times are tough, my friends. And it only takes 1 minute to cook. Right. And the last bit, there we go. It is, in fact, fucking raw. And you've got to ask yourself, where is the lamb sauce? And so on. Right, there we go, all cooked. Didn't really need to eat that, but again, beggars can't be choosers. Cook that, take that, cook this, go. They should both tick over, yep. Cook, and cook. Cook, and then we do the... Nope, we do them both together. That one cooks and this one cooks, both side by side. It's not going to take too long. Why are there always like 1 minute? What is going on with that? Right, cook 32, cook 32. Okay, looks like I've got some extremely thin slivers of meat somewhere. Yeah, look at these. Not even like full amounts. Stop eating like nothing. For fuck's sake. Sort yourself out. Let's put some water on. There you go. Just cook a bit more water. 4 hours. Pop a bit more firewood in there. We're going to have to go and stock up on our firewood. I use most of it in the forge. We'll leave this outside. Should apply for MasterChef? Yep. Is there a story to the Long Dark? And if so, what is it? Well, Junior, let me tell you. The premise is that you're, or at least in the story, you're a bush pilot. Or, well, not really a bush pilot. A Canadian waste pilot? I don't know. But the idea is that you were delivering a doctor. At least, again, this is in the story. Delivering a doctor to a sort of a remote settlement when a weird electromagnetic phenomenon, not dissimilar looking to the Northern Lights, causes your aircraft to just fail. Some kind of massive electromagnetic phenomenon that causes your plane to crash, and as a result you are stuck out here in northern Canada with no real bearing on where you are, miles, hundreds of miles maybe, into the Canadian wilderness, with only relics of a civilization long since past, sort of a 20, 30-year-old sort of snapshot of a civilization long since driven out by the cold. And you're surviving off what they've left behind, the odd tin of food, the odd pair of shoes that weren't taken with them when they moved out. And unfortunately, the occasional dead body of somebody who froze to death. Maybe under similar circumstances to yourself, maybe it was somebody that was left behind. Who knows? You were in Bomber Crew, and Long Live Quebec was the pilot, yes. Right, so let's actually just grab a little bit of the mouldy stuff just to take with us. There we go, mouldy. Where was it? It was just there. Lovely. I try to eat the worst stuff first, so that the fresh stuff has the longest shelf life possible. By eating the bad stuff, you're kind of sort of refreshing it as often as you can. Did that thing again where I eat while my stomach's full. Well, we're very, very full. Okay, so let us head over to here. Let's see how we're doing in terms of cooking. 17 minutes for that. Non-possible water. Takes another bit of time. Gotta wait for it to boil. There we go. Probably didn't need to drink it, but in any case, that's how it's going down. Let's cook. Last time. It takes about an hour and a half for this stuff. We've got about 4 hours. Let's just take both of them with us. It does take a little bit of time. So you can't see very much at the moment, but needs must. Possible water. See, this fire's putting out 64 degrees of heat. It's not a massive... Well, it's about 100 degrees. To get them up to 150 to potentially use in the furnace. We've got an hour.
Too heavy.
We can put a little bit of reclaimed wood in there just to extend it long enough. Yeah, an hour and 50 should be enough to boil up another couple of litres. There we go, and 26 minutes left is fine. Right, with that done, we can hit the sack and have a drink as well. Weather sounds pretty bad out there. wonderful. Let's go to bed. As long as the game will let us. Let's go 11 hours. And then we're all good. Radiant Arcade, welcome, welcome. You are committing to the second deadly sin there, my friend. I certainly am. Lovely. Okay. So, in terms of water, how much did we even make? 20 litres. Very, very nice. Let me just pick up this black bear hide so I can just fucking... In fact, no, it's this wolf hide, isn't it? Let's just drop those back down. Sort of out of the way there. Fucking... I've got so much shit in my fucking house. It's not even funny. There's crap everywhere. Wolf pelts, pelts here, pelts there, pelts everywhere. Right. This water, let's drop off 18 litres. Because we'll need some on us. 18 litres. We'll keep it a multiple of 2 so that they stack in 2-litre water bottles. Let's put that all on the shelf there. That should last us for a good long while. You just have to do this every so often, or at least I do it every so often, just so I've got water readily available, so I don't have to... It's sort of like bulk cooking. You know, you just so you have it, then you don't have to wait for it to cook, it's all ready to go. Much better in my opinion. Not the most efficient way to store it, I'm aware. And yes, cooking does inexplicably make plastic bottles appear as well. Who's asking? I'm not. I'm well happy with that. Go on, get in there, son. The last one can be right at the front there. That is plenty of water. That'll keep us going for quite some time. Let's have a drink. That's timed well. By this point, you should have consumed at least 240 ml of water. Let's do it one better. Let's go for just a few big gulps there. Brilliant. Okay, right then. So, what is there left to do? There's not much out there, to be honest. We're going to have to... It looks like our rifle keeps breaking as well. Look at this. Get up there. Kind of falling on the floor. I'm going to put it on the top one. See if it stays up there. Let's head on out. To be honest, I'm a little bit paranoid about that rifle, actually, the way that it slinks down like that. Look, it's done it again. Okay. I'm going to unload the rifle. I don't want to accidentally have it bug out and then lose 10 bullets. The rifle, I can get a new one. Unload. Let's put it back on the shelf. Yeah, it seems to be bugging out and sinking down behind the safe for some reason. Don't know. Yeah, bear flashbacks. So, yeah, 17 rounds of ammunition. We'll leave that on the shelf for now. Just get a quick drink. Well, we'll eat and then drink. Which one's worse? The bear steak, we'll have that. We'll just have a quick drink. And then we'll go out and find some firewood, because that's something we're lacking in. For the moment, anyway. No signs of any wildlife. We like to go off this way, or I like to go off this way for my firewood, because there's quite a large sort of... I wouldn't call it forest, because it's all fucking forest, but sort of a tightly knit congregation of fir trees, and as a result of that, you know what, it is a forest. Did someone say bear song? No one said bear song. No one said bear song. Why do you like the bear? People can... Oh. Fucking, if there ever comes a day that the bear song ends up on my stream deck as a hotkey, that's the harbinger of the apocalypse, that is. That's the end of days. It's going to be so upsetting. Let's say cedar limb. Let's take that with it. There we go. Bear song? Oh, don't. Just get some of the bear names on there. Oh, don't. Don't, please. Does chat really want to listen to the bear song? That's riot emote. Yeah, I should have a riot emote. I need to get onto Boo Boo about that. A riot emote. Oh, hello. There was a wolf. Scared it off with the scent of our jacket. Looks like we've got a blizzard rolling in as well, and I am now too heavy to carry any more, really, so we're going to head down the hill. Not really, we just want you to suffer. Yes, I think that's fair. I am genuinely curious. It's the worst fucking song ever. Oh, we'll just grab this rabbit from the snare over here. Did the other snare get someone, or is that still... No, that other snare's not being snared upon. Or move it then. This hasn't got anyone yet. Let's move it. I wonder if I can get here in time to catch this fucker.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much too. Serenity Pending. Thank you. Go on, son. No, he's taking a different route. Hopefully that'll get him. I'll put another snare just here as well, where he's travelling. Like that. Wonderful. And then we'll get inside. What she said. Right then. Round to the right. I did hear a wolf actually. Not sure where it is. Probably the wolf we scared off up there. Let's get indoors. Bear song for the new sub at least. Oh, all right, chat. All right, we'll put it on once. We'll put it on once. The bear song, and I'm gonna try and ignore it. The bear song. At least it isn't fucking saved in my Google search as like a predictive thing. In fact, I can't even fucking see it. The bear song videos. There it is. Oh.
If you care about bears,
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. It's a 4-minute song. Kill me! Kill me!
common, some extremely rare. We have a few bears.
So bad. Right, okay, so trying to power through it without fucking paying it any attention because I'm not going to give the chat the satisfaction. We have this rabbit that we need to harvest. No, not paying anyone any attention. Fucking gifted subs. I'm going to give that some attention at least. Thank you very much to Olive31 for gifting 6 subs in chat. Trying to keep it a sub-only fucking chat there. It's very, very kind. Very, very kind, sorry. They're all going to pop up individually now. We've got a little bit of fucking oh yeah to come. Right, so let's harvest the meat and that and that. We'll keep the raw meat on us for the moment. Yes, we're just going to fucking try and ignore it. Okay, we got this. We don't need to eat that. Yeah, no, we're going to eat that now. Let's eat it now. We're going to get that. I just keep trying to talk over it. It's an absolute fucking night. It's a fucking clusterfuck of the ear hole. It's horrendous. Holy shit. Who's up to 1,000 bits as well? Noir. Have you ever caught a rabbit with your bare hands? I don't think you can, actually. Maybe you can, but I'm not sure. It's getting really difficult. Right, so what else do we need to fucking do? Nothing to do with that. It's weird. We're going to drop off the firewood. That's what we're going to do. Let's fucking take that down here. Firewood 6 and 6 isn't too bad. Drop that all there. Drop that all here. We've got a spare newspaper for whatever reason. None of this really needs repairing yet. That could do with a little bit of a touch-up. Let's warm up our earmuffs. Transfer that. Let's go over here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to Rad Jack there. Or thank you for Pint Damage for gifting a sub to Rad Jack. That's your 123rd. Oh my god. That's outrageous. That is an outrageous amount of subs that you've gifted. Holy shit. Why have you done that? That's so many. Fucking hell. I don't know why. It's like it's fucking long since gone, but like, so god. so fucking much. 123. Not allowed to do anymore. That's ridiculous. Right. Okay, so what else have I got on me then? I've just got that raw food. The guts I've got to put down here. Just never go. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to see the floor under here again, to be honest. Right. Fresh rabbit hides. Just anyways, good. Let's go. What am I doing? We're going to put away the spare ear warmers because we're not using those. There we go. We got the water purification tablets. Do I have room in here for these? Water purification tabs. Let's put the good ones in. There we go. We'll leave the bad ones on us. We've got spare painkillers and spare antibiotics. We'll keep those for now. They're getting a fucking... We're getting to the end, thank God. Why does chat like the bear song, Erman Delta? Do you know what? It's a great fucking question. It's a great fucking question, that. I keep forgetting that I've got, like... Kill me. Right. Fuck it, at least it's fucking over and done with now. Like, no, fucking hell. And autoplay for YouTube was in fact turned on as well. That could have been a disaster. The ants go marching one by one. No, God, no. Right then. So yeah, the rifle's still bugging out for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. More firewood. More fire! More firewood, yeah. Our firewood store is looking pretty sorry. I'm going to head back out. It's our way of showing we care. I beg to differ. Let's head back out now that we're all warmed up. Got the bow ready. I'm getting better with the bow. I'm not good with. Right then, up the hill. What have we got here? Head on over the rock face here, or over the snowy hill. We're going to go and look for, preferably fir. Preferably fir wood. The hardwood tends to burn a bit better than cedar. Not that I'd scoff at a cedar limb, but yeah, definitely fir would be better. Much better for longer fires. You need less wood. Weighs more, but you need less of it. And all of the fir limbs are down here. There's quite a lot of cedar wood up and around. Can't see any other limbs there. Okay, down into the sort of the lower valley here. Am I downloading porn again? No, I don't think I am. Oh, I am. Hello? Dropping frames! Ah! Just give us a minute. I know exactly who I need to heckle for this. That'll be my little brother. Ah! I'm going to go kill him. I'll be back in a minute. There's a murder about to happen. Right, he is dead. I have murdered him. Wonderful. Brilliant. Right. Okay then. So, I've murdered my little brother, and the frame problem is fixed. There we go. He's died. Fantastic. So, back into the valley. Let's have a look. Lovely. Let's see. Why are we all shouting numbers? What has happened while I've been away? I dread to think. Right then, let's keep grabbing firewood here. Again, too much is not Not in my vocabulary. Was he downloading high-quality bear song videos? No, I believe it was the Blizzard entertainment application or update app or something for Overwatch that was open. Because shit like that loves to just sneak its way open. It's a pain in the ass. Little auto-updaters in the background. It's like, hey, we were trying to be convenient and update your game while you weren't noticing, but nobody realised that, you know, I was actually in the middle of something. And you decide, like, for me, it's always when I'm playing, like, a game that's not, like, on Steam or something. Like, I don't know, let's say I'm playing World of Tanks or whatever. Like, yes, Steam's just like, yeah, I'm going to sneak this 20 gig update in there. And it's like, why do I have 300 ping? Why do I have 300 ping? Oh, yes. Thank you, Steam, for that little update there. Brilliant. Can we confirm that your age is 37? Yes. My age is being revealed. Oh, right. What's everybody's best guess, then, without looking at the Twitch panel at the bottom? Loads of people seem to get it massively and hopelessly wrong. But, hey, you can't argue with that. Oh, there's a wolf coming. Dun, 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 dun. I don't really want to shoot at it, but he is coming. What do I have on me? Nothing, really. Do I have guts? Why is he coming this way? Ah, I've got raw rabbit meat. Yes, Joe has a scent. If I'm going to kill him, I might as well kill him right next to my front door. Do you prefer the cold or the heat? I prefer the cold, Praetorian Overlord. I find it's easier to warm up than it is to cool down.
Getting dark out here. Time to look for
Old as time and as young as a newborn lamb. That's right. Hugh used adrenaline rush, ruptured brother's tendons, and then finished him with sawtooth knife. Yes, I turned him into a chicken. It's really annoying because the AI, right? Have you noticed that the chicken doesn't run? Like, does anybody know why that is? Like, the chicken just doesn't fucking run anywhere whenever I use ruptured tendons on it. It just stands there like a jammy bastard. 5 or 6 with that quality memory, yes. Is he still? Is he still on my ass? Do I still have him in pursuit? Can't see anything past my own breath. Well, interesting. Tactical chicken. No, I think I've lost him. Let's take the firewood indoors. Lovely. Did you use rain, ring of frost, and then shatter on your brother? Yes, exactly. Right, so let's light up a match here. Just quickly dump that down on the floor. All of this shit. 9 pieces of fir wood. A very, very good haul indeed. Let us hit the sack and go to sleep until the morrow. And I think with that, I'm going to love you and leave you, stream chat. I don't know why I called you stream chat as opposed to any other chat that I would be talking to at this exact moment in time, as there is nothing left to do in our endeavour except go and get firewood and shoot the occasional animal. So I'm going to break it up into 2 separate streams, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to bugger off for a bit. Go and, I don't know, maybe do some painting, do some decorating upstairs. I'm not sure what the plan is. So yeah, might even have a nap, to be honest. I feel I've earned a nap. Yeah, just throw chat to the wall. I'm done with you now. I'm done with you, chat. Oh, that was the Aurora. We just had an Aurora kick in. Good thing we weren't outside for that. Alright, look at this. It's an omen. Spooky. Look. For anybody wondering what the Aurora was, this is it. So you'll note it is about 2 o'clock in the morning, but there's this eerie green light coming through. Now, in my hand at the moment, I have just picked up a torch, a banged up flashlight specifically, a broken torch. However, in the presence of the Aurora, all electrical equipment that otherwise ceased to function now works. This torch does not work normally. It's broken. The batteries are dead. But this one does work. For some reason, the Aurora and its anomalous properties cause electrical equipment that would otherwise be broken to whir into life and start. It's always beautiful because it's always a nice clear night, so when the Aurora is here. Very, very nice. Unfortunately, there is a side effect of the Aurora with the local wildlife, and it's a bad one. They become extremely vicious. Extremely vicious. Really forgoing any sense of self-preservation they had for the sake of just ripping and tearing anything that they can find or anybody. And as a result, there have been times where, in previous runs, where we've been outside and we've had to fight off 4 or 5 wolves just by grappling with them. I mean, at that time I was wearing a military-style jacket or a military coat, and the toughness of it managed to take the brunt of a lot of the force. Madness. Let's go and check the snares. Might as well while we've got the torch. See how the snares are doing. I see a rabbit. Sorry there, that's the high beam for anybody that may want to use it. It's for scaring wolves, that. There we go. Take that with us. We'll reset the snare as well. How's the other snare doing? Other snare didn't get used. We'll put this snare back down here then. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The last time I saw and Long Live Quebec, I saw the Aura. How long has it been? A while. A very long time since I've seen the Aurora. I tend to sleep through the nights. I tend to try in-game, as well as in real life. I try to keep my day-night cycle synced with my sleep schedule, so that I can do the things I need to do during the day, because at night it is rather chilly. And we have issues such as this, the Aurora, that make traversing the snow here rather problematic. So in any case, that is where I love you and leave you. So I'm going to head back indoors. It's going to be quite dark. But yeah, that is it. I don't know whether I'm going to be on tonight. I think I've got some decorating that needs to be done, so it'll probably be tomorrow sometime now. Going to try for the sake of, like I say, I've been sick for the last week or so I apologise for the infrequency of the stream for the last week and a half or so. Wasn't very well, like coughing up a lot of the green stuff. So yeah, for the moment, that is it from myself. Do feel free to pay one of the other ZF guys a visit. Let them know that you're obviously who sent you. Well, I can fucking palm you off to. I can fucking send them you lot and send you to them. So let's see who's on. I can give them a host. Yeah, I'm feeling I'm feeling fine now, Saru. It's just I was feeling rough. If anything, I feel really tired. But yeah, that's it. That is the one. So yeah, thank you very much for coming, and I'll smell you next time. Toodaloo.